My name is Brady. I'm a student at Arizona State University, and this is my speech presentation for Nutrition Communication 351. The title of my speech is Why Energy Drinks Are Risky for Children's Health, and my target audience is healthcare professionals. So currently in the U.S., Poison Control does not track energy drink-related toxicity issues. This is primarily due to the fact that energy drinks in the United States are considered dietary supplements, and as such, do not fall under FDA restrictions. However, recently, the U.S. has started to identify certain codes that can be attached to emergency rooms for tracking toxicity issues related to energy drink consumption in people, not just youth, but all people. However, Germany has been tracking the toxic reactions and overexposure to high levels of caffeine and some of the other ingredients associated with energy drinks since 2002, and they corroborate the findings that we've also noticed, but haven't had any diagnostic tracking, and we'll go over those in a little bit more detail in a minute. I'd like to cover a story that was a personal experience for me, and so to kind of give a brief backdrop, I served in the Army Medical Corps for 5 years, and during one of my training periods I was going from National Guard back onto active duty in the Army, and I had to retrain into a new job, and the new job that I was retraining into was medical laboratory technician. And while I was in school, being a prior service member, I was separate from the younger guys who were coming straight from basic training and into the medical laboratory technology school. And as such, we went to school together, but then we're separate, so I didn't have a very close relationship with anyone or know any one of these individuals very well. But one of the incidents that happened was we had to get up very early in the morning. We were usually in formation by 5 a.m., where we would PT for 2 hours. Then we would get an hour to go and shower and put our uniforms back on, and then be back by 8 o'clock. And then by 8:30 we were in school. We were in school all day until 4, and then we were usually released for the evening to go study by 5 or 5:30 p.m. And as such, this schedule was pretty daunting, and it's very tiring when you're in a stressful classroom environment because it was an accelerated course. And so the energy drink consumption among these 17 to 25-year-olds was very high. 5-hour energy shots were a very common occurrence. Monster energy drinks, Red Bulls, whatever they sold at the schoolhouse convenience store was consumed quite frequently. And there was one particular person who I would see consuming at least 5 or 6 of these energy drinks per school day, plus energy shots, just to stay awake and alert and whatnot. And what ended up happening was this person was running what we call the Army Physical Fitness Test, and had consumed, a bunch late into the evening as well to stay up and study, and actually passed away from acute cardiac arrest. And when they ran the toxicology report, they determined that it was a direct cause from the overconsumption of caffeine from these 5-hour energy shots. and whatnot that these guys were taking. So that was kind of a sobering experience for me. A peer-reviewed study that I found, and it was labeled Health Effects and Public Health Concerns of Energy Drink Consumption in the United States, found that there was an increased risk-taking behaviors associated with these drinks, poor mental health conditions, metabolic, renal, and dental effects. Dental effects would be increased cavities, gum disease, renal failure, kidney stones, things of that nature. However, most of the studies that have been conducted here in the U.S. have really concentrated more on the sugar and the caffeine levels and have neglected a lot of the other ingredients, which can also have lingering effects or prolonging effects on the sugar and the caffeine that really can get to us. There's aggressive marketing toward kids, and the rising trend of Red Bulls and vodka, or adding alcohol to these energy drinks, is causing a pretty big problem in toxicity over consumption. So my main point is energy drinks are marketed to youth in a way to increase how extreme they are. Kids drink them thinking that they will become faster and stronger because of all the energy. What they don't understand is these drinks are just sugar and caffeine. In conjunction with a poor diet, they can lead to some pretty severe health problems, up to and including death. Thank you for your time.